I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase the bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything.
Sick of the venom in my brain, running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this, I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once, that is so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started to outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted, created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail. I'll give up everything, daunting if I can see my dream. Cause I'll do anything. Want a reality. I'll give up everything, daunting if I can see my dream. Cause I'll do anything.
Hello, everyone. I don't know what's going on with my intro, but I'll get it fixed. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I am arguments. Okay. So that's what she's accused of. So I have her 911 call and the interrogation video from court that would after like to watch the trial. If so, I will stream it. If not, then I'm not gonna. So just let me know. You guys. 911 call, guys. Hey, Aussie True Crime, thank you for being here, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. Please hit that thumbs up. for me. Okay, let's go.
Are you able to get him on his back and we'll try to do chest compressions? No, he's too heavy. Okay. When was the last time you saw him? Last night at like 11 o'clock. Okay. He was chasing me down for truck and I just took off. He was chasing you down in the truck? Yes. Oh my God. Is that what you said? Yes. Okay. No, he was out here. Okay. And the last time you saw him was last night? Yes. Okay. All right. I know this is very hard for you, ma'am. Do you want to do CPR right now? There's no reason I can. Okay, please. I know this is difficult. Tell me, please, why does it look like he's dead? He's frozen to the ground. He's frozen to the ground right now? The flu. Do you think he's beyond any help? Yes. Okay. I'm sending someone to assist you. Please leave everything as you found it, okay? They're all coming as fast as they can right now. Oh my God, Mark! Oh my God! I'm right here with you until they get there, okay? Oh my God! I don't even know how this happened. Oh my God! Oh my God! Please. Oh my God. Ma'am, I'm right here. I want to ask you again, do you want to do CPR? Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God, Mark. Oh, please. I'm right here with you until help comes. Oh my God, why is he out here? Can you tell me what happened last night? Yes, we got into an argument, and we got home here, and he was being aggressive, and I took off in the truck, and he tried to stop me, but I didn't know that he got hurt or anything. I did not like he's off to this. I don't know what happened. I really thought he was hurt. It was him off. Oh my God. I just assumed he went in the house and went to bed. Oh. I texted some hotel rooms last night. I went to 2 different hotels that didn't work, so I came back here. I slept on the couch thinking you. And then I went up because I didn't want to do anything. When I went to the bedroom, he wasn't there. So I came up to go to the garage to see if Cutter was here. And that's when I caught a glimpse of him over here. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's 2 kids. Okay. I don't. I'm so sorry. Ma'am, I can give you CPR instructions if you want to do CPR on him. There's no. I'm sorry. I wish that was an option. Okay. Oh my God, Mark. Saturday, February 23, 2019. 06:39 and 12 seconds. Oh, I hear ambulances coming. Okay. Please let me know when they're right there with him, okay? Please leave everything as you found it, okay? Ma'am, are you in the front of the house or the back of the house? We're right on the side. Oh, honey. Oh, my God. Oh, oh my God. Why is it, honey, please, like, they're coming as fast as they can, ma'am. Oh my God! Can you hear the siren? Can you hear the siren? Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, I want you to stay on the phone with me until they're right there with you. Oh God. Okay, you can hang up the phone and talk to them, okay? Okay, bye-bye.
All right, so that's the morning after whatever incident happened. Still with us, criminal defense attorneys Jacqueline Goodman.
Do y'all want to hear the rest? I'll play the rest of the video if y'all want to hear from the experts. If not, I'll go ahead and play the interrogation. Let me see. There's about 5 minutes left. Do y'all want to watch the rest of this video? Or just, Kaz, tap his name and then click go to channel. And then once you're on his channel, go to about and get it like that. Just click on his name and then go to, yeah, Tabatios, go to channel. Thank you, babe. Sub up to him. He goes around Phoenix and surrounding areas, looking for accidents, things that happen around the city, and also some, like, they have truck show or like lowriders or something like that he goes to, I think, on Saturdays. He can probably tell you more about that. Okay, I'm gonna finish playing this just to see what else, to see if you're interested in the trial, okay? So we can get some more information. Hey, Betty Joe, I missed you. I hope you're doing well. If you're watching the replay and don't want to watch it, please fast forward. Here we go.
And David Bruno. And Jacqueline, I'll start with you. A lot of you here on Court TV have these cases. We analyze what we hear on these 911 calls, and so do the folks who watch us in our online and our social media. And oftentimes they say, well, are they emotional enough? Not emotional enough. I think there's a lot of emotion there, but a lot of people online specifically find that call's a little suspect for a few reasons. I want to get your thoughts. What did you hear on that phone call?
Well, I always feel like we assume that we know how we would all react in a situation like that. And the truth is we don't. We really don't. So we all make that same mistake, and we put ourselves in that position, and we think that we know what our voice is going to sound like, what we're going to be thinking, and what we're going to be saying. And I think that really is a mistake. That said, if you're listening for how you would wish you yourself would sound in that moment, there were things that were somewhat suspicious. Besides the content of what she's saying, she does sort of vacillate between sounding like she's sobbing, and then other times she kind of goes into a completely different voice. And I know that has been the cause of some speculation. What she says is also troublesome in that call.
Please don't tell me she's another Letitia with multiple personalities, with these different voices.
And so it's going to be troublesome. I mean, it was troublesome for her, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, obviously. But, there's a couple of things, David, that struck me as funny. When she's describing, like, so when someone's hurt and you love them, why are you going to an entire story about what happened? It sounded like she was making up her own sort of alibi there. She said a couple of things. I don't know how this happened. And I didn't know he was out there. both of those things seem designed to me to absolve her of responsibility for what happened. It seems odd under those circumstances that someone would think that way. And again, I agree, Jacqueline, 100%. You cannot know what you would do under those circumstances. And we analyze these things because that's kind of what we do. But those are my thoughts. David, love to get your thoughts.
Yeah, I agree, Mike. She's caught in between two defenses all at once right there. And right, she's frantic until she starts talking about the fight. There was an argument the night before, and he came out after me. And that's like, I think, a little of a self-defense, but it cuts against, I didn't know he was out there, and it was a complete accident. And then it's the after. It's what happens after, what she says. Again, we talk about this every single day, about the words of defendants and how they're used. Sometimes they're admissions and they're used as probative evidence of guilt. And sometimes they're used to compare against common sense and forensic evidence and other things. So it's interesting how this develops. Today was a good day for the defense, believe it or not, because the forensic pathologist was on the stand and the defense was able to get out that he was drunk, he was intoxicated, that he could have been falling down, that there could have been a dragging effect to cause all of these injuries on the body, which otherwise, if from afar would look at, well, it couldn't have been as easy as backing into somebody because of the.
Does it sound like Karen Reed yet to you guys?
Various different injuries around the body. So I think the defense scored points there, but this 911 call does not help her.
Yeah, I agree. And I agree with the defense, what you said about the defense today. They basically got in a whole theory of their case through the state's medical examiner, and the way they cross-examined it did a great job. But here's what I'll check in with you, Jacqueline. You know, she's charged with second-degree reckless homicide. That's basically whoever recklessly causes the death of another human being under circumstances which show utter disregard for human life. And I'm thinking, you know, it could be the hit and run aspect of this. But I think more importantly for the state, they need to show that she knew he was hit and then she left him there. That to me fits under the definition here of reckless homicide just as much as perhaps hitting him under those circumstances as they're being portrayed by either side. I think that's just as important here. The fact that they need to show she knew that she hit him and basically didn't care, left him out there to die. What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the collateral aspect of the defensive accident, right? So she had to know and then consciously, knowingly disregard that risk. And by leaving him out there overnight, for example, that's the issue, that's the theory. And you know, I think that the prosecution really feels like they couldn't prove an intentional homicide, an intentional killing. And that's going to be a problem for her, given the statements that she makes in that 911 call. So yeah, I agree with you 100%. She is being charged with knowingly disregarding the risk to him and leaving him to die.
Yeah.
I'm back. So what did y'all think about that video? They got into a heated argument. Was it in the vehicle? Was in the house. And she supposedly went outside to cool off, went in the vehicle. No, that's Karen Reed. And that's what I was going to say too. Like, did Karen Reed take notes from this case? Because this obviously happened before. They're at trial right now. I don't know. I just don't get why people can be like this. It's sickening. Okay, since it is in courts, I fast forwarded a little bit to the interrogation. And please keep in mind, it is during court that they use, so they might stop it and stuff. And also, it's law and crime. So if my life stops, I won't come back. Just letting you know because you know what happened last time. I think the same, Betty Joe. However, it's just weird how they were both hit and found in the driveway in the snow. Well, the snowbank on side the driveway. I don't know.
Before we get Investigator Leinfelder, did anything to the best of your memory happen in that first 54 seconds?
No, that was the.
Possible sponsorships. Got to keep it. Thanks, Jake. Yeah, you bet. Right. Sometimes it's easier. Put your thoughts down.
Oh,
In a written form, obviously, to get you going on this.
you asked me for glasses on.
Which cheaters do you use?
These
The
are
125s or the?
I have no idea.
I just.
The 1.0.
The camera system. Is your email, that goes by email system?
Oh, it's a Mark's email.
And as it passed, you know what his email address is that it goes to?
Yep, I have all of them.
Okay.
So, well, let me look, but I'm assuming it is his, so M Phillips at yhic.com. In my notes, I have to read it.
MPHILLITS.
Oh my God, sorry.
Oh my God. Oh, correct. What?
YHIC, or home improvement company.com, so YHIC.com. And I can almost guarantee.
Why?
Capital PHILLO 7024.
PHILO 7024.
Capital P. Actually didn't have that one written down, but I'm fairly positive that's going to be it. I don't even know what the date is. The 23rd. Can I start this?
Yeah, just basically starting from when you left last night, you went to dinner, everything you told me. You went to Sloopy's, had wings, pizza, blah, blah, went to the dive for the drawing. When things got a little, an argument, we have started, just in that kind of deal. More specific you can be, better. If you can't be specific, completely understand. Yeah, no, not like that, just other things. However you.
Oh, I wanted to say something. The difference between this one and Karen Reed.
Whatever you think's important to put into that, to tell the story what happened last night.
I remembered. Bruh, I can't.
The domestic situation. I am going to let you work. I'm going to go to the bathroom quick. I'll check on Kimmy, make sure she's squared away. If you need anything, just open up the door. Give me a holler. I haven't shut the door very long.
Karen wasn't fighting with her guy. Lori Phillips was fighting with her guy.
would we have permission to go back just a little bit? Is the disturbance cut off the video or just keep going?
I just keep going. Can I ask, is the volume all the way up?
The volume's very hard to hear after the stoppage.
It did move the microphone the way it was pointed, so
So you're doing the volume off that? Up the microphone? You're not doing it through the system.
So now-
I mean, it's connected to the system, but somehow it is going to my device.
Video keep going.
Starting at 18.
Oh, he needs to, is there a code or is it shift number?
The code on that one is 081895.
0818.
Yeah, man, it was Hunter, so then he switched.
Don't want to feel less. I'll see if he's here. You can get that puzzle, driving us not. You can look into that. You're okay if you put guys into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what he did. I'm like, right here hurts. I don't know.
I guess I should have asked this before, but can y'all hear this good?
I don't know that I can call it a bruise because I haven't even looked. I haven't even changed my clothes.
I'm pausing at 29:35. Investigator Linefelder, I guess it looks like you're looking at your phone there. Is that accurate?
Yes.
What are you doing? Are you doing anything of note there?
A lot of times during interviews, information gets relayed back and forth through text messages from other officers, other investigators, and
The last thing I wanted you guys thinking he's a bad person of everything, because he certainly wasn't. He just had a jealous reaction.
I don't want y'all to think he's a bad person. No, they think you're the bad person.
You said you had possibly Bruce here. You
No, I
got
haven't.
Greg by that neck.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything or not. Yeah, me in the middle of the truck. There should be an earring somewhere in the truck too, because my big diamond earring is missing.
Tom said, read this. So we went to dinner at Sloopy's with Hannah Klinsky and Adam Stevens. We met at 4:15 p.m. We ate, or approximately. We ate, went to the dive for an 8 p.m. drawing. After the drawing, we were leaving to come back to Holman. We were going to go to the features drawing at 9, and we ran into Scott Cundy. When we were leaving, Scott Cundy asked us to go to a car that had just pulled in to say hi to Terry Before and his wife. Mark said, going to get the truck and met back at Terry's truck. They all went to Mark's truck to talk. Got into the truck and we left. Mark accused Terry of coming to the bar to see me. He accused me of sleeping with him. Asked.
That's just last night. I mean, that's just like, he's never brought Terry's name up before in his life.
So that's where you put the asterisk. Mark pulled me into the middle of the truck and was holding me down. He had me in a chokehold. After getting away from Mark, I went inside to be with friends. That you were still at the dive.
Right. I
was missing my left earring and had
I just said sensitive because I don't know
sensitive
if it's
area,
a
right over your right chest and neck area. I got a bruise on the back of the leg.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Getting out of the truck and hitting the step rail. It all happened quickly, and I don't know what all happened. We got into a heated argument, and I asked Mark to take me to the dive, back to the dive, so my friends would take me home. I talked to Hannah and Adam.
Yeah, I've got all of the phone things, so I don't know if you guys do that.
Mark dropped me off and took my phone. He took my phone to call Adam 4 times. Mark ended up coming back. I drove and I messed up there. They asked me to go outside with him to talk. I started to walk over to go outside, but he made a comment. I turned around and went back.
I can't remember what he said, but I was like, there's no way I'm going outside by myself with him.
He went to the other side of the bar and to talk to someone he knew. My friends were going to leave, and I told them I'd be fine, and we were going, and went back by Mark. Everything was okay. He texted me at 8:52 to say, I'm so sorry. I love you. Shortly after that, we left to go home. He brought up Terry again and got really mad. We argued all the way home. When we got home, I told him I was leaving. He said he wanted to get his things out of the truck. He was on the passenger side and the door open. And he got mad and started running over to my door.
Running over to, yeah.
Running over my door. When he got to my door, I took off. His door was still open, meaning the passenger door that he was getting his stuff out. I turned right out of the driveway and it closed. I drove.
One thing I forgot about when I was telling you this is I actually pulled into a subdivision to see if Mark was following me. And this car came up and I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be a cop, and I'm gonna get in trouble here because I've been drinking. So then I just like waited for it, and this car just pulled right into their driveway, right into their garage. So some white SUV. And I mean, I'm sure I can go exactly where I was.
I drove to a subdivision down the street, pulled over to see if Mark was chasing me.
There was a car behind me.
A white truck pulled by me and went got there, they stated I rented a room for Saturday night. They didn't have any rooms available. I drove to Woodman's, used the bathroom, and then back to a lot to park and sleep across from the neighbor.
Right across, there's like something, I don't even know what it is, it's like a vacant, well, I don't think it's vacant, I think it's a business, but
Little dumpster place.
I don't know.
After a couple hours, it was cold. I got in the front seat, drove home. I went inside and went to sleep on the couch. I didn't want to upset Mark by coming home, so I got up and went upstairs to sleep. In the morning, used the bathroom and walked down to our bedroom. Wanted to confront Mark
I was like, you're gonna apologize.
and get an apology.
Do you want me to do 1, 2, 3, 4, what do you want?
He wasn't in the room. I went outside to see his car was in the garage. Thinking he went out with friends last night. That's when I saw him laying in the snowbank. I went inside and called the police. They asked me to lay him on his back, but he was too heavy for me. Anything you didn't, going through that you didn't put in there that?
No, I don't think so, I just forgot that one portion that. This is just so crazy. So crazy.
So on your, what time was it?
Maybe just my phone.
No. I can get that. What time, do you know what time it was when you, so it was probably before 9 o'clock. You got home or right around 9 o'clock? Because you didn't go to the features for the 9 o'clock?
Nope, we went.
So you missed that, so it's between 9 and 10 o'clock, you think you got home.
Yeah, it was well after 9 o'clock because I remember looking, oh, well, we can't go there now. Because we were still at that.
Still at that. And any approximate idea of what time you think that you would have got?
I can check text messages between Hannah and Adam and calls and stuff because they were worried.
That should probably be on the video. The time, because your alarms, your cameras were on.
Because I remember looking, oh, well, we can't go there now. Coming home.
Okay.
So he didn't wake up knowing I was coming home.
Okay. And how do you, how is that easy to do? Is it just a click?
Button.
Just says off, on?
Says disable or something.
Yeah, it just turns him off, then it won't alert his phone, because he gets, as those alerts you were getting, he was getting the same ones. Every time there's a motion, you both get alerted to it. Okay, so you turn those off. And that's just a disable.
One little button.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We turn mine off all the time.
Okay. We want to get the text messages and
Did she really turn their cameras off before she did this?
stuff off of your phone. To do that, I got to just have a sheet, it's a consent form that allows us to do that. So, and you've given us verbal permission, but they always make us do this. So I'm going to get a form for that, and then I'll be right back. But I'm still, they're trying to, I think they were close to being able to use the email and password to get into the camera system. So I'm just waiting on that, but I'm good. You good? Bathroom, anything, water? You're still good. Go ahead. So you put your name there. Now I get my name there. Complete search is basically, this is the generic boilerplate work. List the devices, if you want to read that. List the devices and other related materials stored media for the purpose of examination. And today's date is
23rd.
23rd. Yeah, time is 10:19. I guess it's not on there. Just 19. Always. Brand name.
I don't even know what model I have.
Serial number. Put in the, what's the phone number for the phone? And you already gave me the passcode. Put passcode above that. Let's see if I can get the model and serial number quick. What kind of case is on that? Life case or?
I don't even know.
It's an Apple iPhone, right? You don't know what number?
I don't think it's a 10 because I didn't like the 10. I think Mark and I both had 8 pluses.
Okay.
I think.
All right. And put just above there, just put possibly 8 plus.
Like model?
Model, yeah. Okay. Hang tight.
Oh, baby.
So when we were at Sloopy's, everything was fine.
Perfect.
And
Perfect. Mark and I got along so good. Everything was perfect.
have you had disagreements, arguments like this in the past, like a jealousy thing about other guys and stuff like that? Did that happen often? And I don't want to, we're not speaking ill of anybody, but we just need,
just when he drinks.
Okay.
And I didn't even think he was drinking that much, so I can't even believe it.
Was he just drinking the ultras?
The big Steve Cundy, we hadn't seen, no, Scott Cundy, Scott Cundy. We hadn't seen Scott Cundy for a long time, so Scott came over and talked to us, and he's like, hey, you remember, whatever the guy's name is, Terry and Florida? And I said, yeah. He goes, of course you would do. And I go, what does that mean? You know, because Mark was sitting right there, and I was like, well, what does that mean? I said, I've never been with Mark or Terry before. And he's like, oh, he's coming here. So then when he came, Mark's like, oh, well, Scott called him and told him to come to see you. I said, and he brought his wife? Does that make sense to you, Mark? So then when we were on the phone at one point, because I had to take, of course I didn't think of this either, when I took Adam's phone, Adam's like, he's calling me again, and I just took it. And he's like, I'm going to come back, and I am going to punch some people out. And I said, do you want me to go over by Terry right now, and you can ask him if he can't hear to see me? So I walked over, he said, yes. He goes, and I'm going to come and punch his face off. You know, like talking like that. And I said, Terry, I said, my husband thinks that you came here to see me. He goes, that's crazy. And I said, Mark, he said, that's crazy. So of course, Mark didn't believe it. He was sitting with his wife at a totally different area. We weren't even near them. I was with my friends.
And you had Terry from back in the day, kind of.
Probably like I knew you, like I knew of you.
Yeah, but not really weren't ever.
Right.
And why do you think Scott thought it would be a big?
And I said, well, what do you mean by that? And he's like, well, you know, chapter 2 days or whatever, he bartended there. I didn't know he bartended there. Chapter 2 had so many bartenders. I didn't know that. But so that's what he was associating it with, Lori Gamuki with Ghost Chapter 2.
So this would happen when Mark would drink. Was Mark a big drinker? I mean, did he drink often? Or what
Mark works in the cities. Yeah. So Mark works in the cities Monday through Thursday, comes home maybe Thursday or Friday, and then in the weekends we just spend time together like nonstop. We are inseparable on the weekends because we love to be together, you know. He's such a good guy.
And here comes the cries with no tears. Why she waited till now to cry?
Somewhere around here. There you go.
We had so much fun together. That was our whole thing. He's like, I've never been with anybody where we've had so much fun.
So you got married, how long have you just got married in December, you told me, and then how long have you been together prior to that?
Since 2016.
Okay, so you've been together quite some time. So when he came back, I mean, do you think when he was up in Minneapolis, he was drinking a lot, or
no, he didn't drink at all during the week.
Working.
Never.
When he came back, you guys just kind of describe your drinking habits now. That when you got home, you know, out to dinner, have a couple drinks with friends, that kind of stuff.
And then go home.
Yeah. Okay.
Normally we would, or just stay home and have like drinks in the hot tub, and we'd catch up on all of our TV shows.
Sure.
Like that's always what we did.
Okay. All right. And the times that he would get in arguments with you, was there other times that he got physical with you?
Yeah, I mean, like pushing. He's never like punched me or anything. He's never done that. Just like pushing and stuff. He just gets so angry. He gets so angry.
Is it different things that he gets angry about, or is it other?
So he always explained it, and so that I could try and understand. And he said, if I ever feel like someone's trying to take you from me, or I'm going to lose you, he was, I can't control what happens in my mind. He says, I can't help it. I can't help it. So when that happens, we just have to deal with it. And I'm just like, I just can't even believe that he makes these things up in his head, that it just gets in his head and he can't let it go.
After an episode like that would happen, where he'd go like the next day, how was his behavior? Would he?
Always sorry. He was always sorry. He texted me immediately. I'm so sorry. I didn't respond because I was so pissed off.
Yeah.
I'm like, of course you're sorry. You know, is what I was thinking in my head.
The incident last night was on a scale of other incidents. Would that be as far as the physical aspect?
He'd always told me, he said, I would never ever hurt you, ever. So like I was just, I couldn't even believe it. And I'm not even gonna lie, I made a scene outside. I'm like, you know what? You put your hands on me, I'm done. I'm never ever. I'm done with you. You just go live your life. Go. And that's when he stormed off or took the truck and just peeled away.
Were your friends out? Anybody outside on that? Your friends saw that too? Would that have been Hannah and Adam and?
There was people outside smoking.
Okay.
Hannah's dad was out there, so Hannah's dad saw it all too. Bob Klinsky. You know, it's just so sad because it's the first time her parents had met him, and he made such a horrible impression on them.
Adam was there too.
Yep.
Was Scott out there, or
at that time? I don't know.
Terry or anybody else that you would have known that was with you guys? Just the so.
Yeah. There was people.
Hannah, Adam, and then Hannah's dad, Bob.
Bob was definitely out there.
Would have saw that.
Because I remember walking up to Hannah and I'm like, "Did you just see him peel out?" And she's like, "I just got out here," so I do remember her saying that.
Okay.
But when he did it, so there's a parking lot. So he like tore off in the parking lot, and then when he got into Ward Avenue, then he tore off again. But like there could have been people parked or walking or just anywhere. He just got so angry.
So then, he peeled off after that happened.
And I said to them, I said, you know what? I know he's going to come back. He will come back, so don't worry about it.
Had you guys left the parking lot when this happened? Because you were getting in the truck and you left, and then
we left, and then I had him bring me back because he was not sane at the time.
Okay, and that's when he was grabbed. Then he grabbed me by the neck. Mm-hmm. How far down do you think Ward Avenue?
Honestly, I can't tell you. Okay. I can't even remember where we were. Like I was just like in awe. I just couldn't even believe it.
Okay, so then he came back and dropped you off there.
Tore off.
And you had a conversation. That's when Hannah just walked out. And
but her dad was outside.
Her dad was outside when did you have conversations with Hannah and Adam?
Mind you, her husband just died. And she's just calm as can be. Even though maybe she didn't do it, still, her husband is dead. And they've only been married since December. And this is February.
About what happened?
Oh, yeah. We had plenty of texts and them phone calling me in. Because they were worried. They're like, "I'll come get you." I said, "I'm fine. I'm going to sleep in the truck. I'm fine."
We're back when you're in the dive. So we jumped in. When you're at the dive, so they were outside, Bob, and it sounds like Hannah just had come out, so she didn't see this. But when you got back into did you have a conversation with them about what had just occurred? Mm-hmm. Okay. So then at some point, no, he's got your phone at this point.
He has my phone and I have his because I always carry our phones in that outside pocket.
Okay.
He's like, "Give me my phone," and when he said that, because he always takes when he gets mad at me, he takes my phone away from me. So when he said, "Give me my phone," I assumed he wanted my phone. So I gave him my phone, but I still had his.
Okay.
So that's why he was calling from my phone to Adam Stevens. Then I had 4 calls in my.
Did Adam have any conversations, with him? Mm-hmm. Okay.
He did. I don't know what.
Does Adam? They live in La Crosse.
Winona.
They live in Winona.
They came just to say goodbye to us, to have dinner and say goodbye since we were leaving.
Okay. So eventually, Mark comes back. Did you talk to him before he came back, or anything like that?
I took the phone and I said, "Leave Stevens out of this. Quit calling Stevens." Because it seems to keep going. He's calling again, pushing it to me.
Okay. So then he came back. Did you have a conversation with him when he came back?
He was by the back door, which our table was by I don't know if you call it the front door or the back door, wherever you walk in. And not by the bathroom, it's way over there, but so front door we'll call it. And he's like, "Get outside now." And Hannah's like, and he kept talking like that. And Hannah's like, "Just go do it now. Just go do it." So he stopped. So I started to come over there, and I started to walk over there, and he said something, and I can't remember. And I was like, "Oh, hell no, I'm not going outside with him." So then I didn't.
You remember what he said?
I don't remember what he said, but
something enough to say I'm not. So that made him more angry. So then.
But then he calmed down after that, because after that he went to the other side of the bar, because I saw him getting a drink, and then all of a sudden I turned around, I'm like, oh my God, Adam, where is he? Where is he? He was, I don't know. He was always over at the other side of the bar. So I'm like, okay. So then that's when he sent me the text. And then Adam had another drink. And then
That's
after
what
I
I
got
said,
that
yeah,
text.
I'm sorry, text. That's okay. I got you.
And so Adam had a drink, and then after that they were going to leave, and I got the text. I said, you guys, I'm fine. I know he's fine now. And I walked over there, and we tried not to make a scene. So I acted like nothing was wrong in front of his friend.
Do you know who his friend was? Okay.
Somebody he hadn't seen for a long time. But this guy, he went on and on. He's like, I've never been this happy in my entire life. Like, she's just, I'm on top of the moon. Like, he like just went on and on. And this guy's like, holy shit. He's like, you're the real deal. Like, he kept saying, you know, you guys have it going on. And I know we have it going. I mean, I know we were really good. It's just when he got so angry that he just can't control himself. And I don't know why. And I said, well, you need to figure that out. But
So at some point you're going to leave the dive. And was there talk about where you're going to go at that point, or just how did you decide to leave? Did he say, Mark say let's go, or you say let's go, or kind of tell me about that?
I'm assuming I said let's go.
Okay.
The guy that he was talking to him, and his wife took him too. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's just get out of here. But driving home, then he starts all over again. I'm like, you need to get over what's in your head. I said, you're crazy, you're cuckoo. Like, honestly, I did say that, because he just makes shit up.
Is there any? So you went from the dive right directly to home. You didn't stop anywhere else. Arguing the whole way, or did it stop at one point?
I don't think so. I think we argued the whole way.
Any more physical?
Well, so I guess two things I forgot. So when I was at the dive and I was gonna leave, because he said he was gonna meet me outside, I'm like, oh, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna leave on my own, because I think he started being a jerk again. I'm like, seriously, are we gonna go through this again? He's like, nope, I'm done. So then he comes out and he hits the window on the truck, and I'm like, I said, seriously. And then when we got home, he was inside, and when I was gonna leave, so why was he inside? But I don't know, but he runs out and like coming out like this. And then I'm like, no, Mark, and I shut the door. And then he's like, well, I'm gonna get my stuff. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get my stuff in. And I said, take all your stuff that you want. Take it.
So when you got home, you came in the long driveway at the house, correct? I guess
the second driveway.
The second driveway.
The M driveway.
Okay.
The M and W, yeah.
Okay. You came in there and he got out and went inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember him coming out like that, but I don't know.
Okay. And you just got out and went into there?
Well, when he was coming out, I was already in the driver's side. Or already in the driver's seat.
So you got out when you pulled in, he went inside. You didn't go, did you go inside?
I don't think I went inside at all.
Okay. So then you got in the driver's side, and then that's when he came out and was going to hit the window again. Okay. And then he said,
she knows everything that happened, but she doesn't know if she went inside the house at all.
I'm going to get my stuff out. And okay, go from there.
Go ahead, get your stuff out. So he was like getting everything out, and I don't remember what happened again, but then he got all pissed off again, like he was going to come get me. So then I'm just like, F this, and I was out. I'm gone.
So then he went from the passenger side where he was getting some of his stuff out. You said there was a can koozie something about
I saw the guy took it down.
Yeah, because they said there was a can koozie up there.
So what he did is he said, here you go, you can keep this because this is all you have. And I flipped it out the window like this because his door was open, so I just flipped it out.
Okay. All right. So he's standing at the passenger side door getting some of his stuff, still angry. You flipped that back at him or out the door.
No, that wasn't. He didn't even know. He was like, he didn't even probably know I did that.
Sure. So at some point he leaves the passenger side of the vehicle and comes around the front of the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he
was running for me. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm surprised he didn't just go through. You know,
Okay.
like he could, but
Okay. So, and he gets around the front of the vehicle and he's coming towards the,
yeah, to my door.
okay.
And then I was like, after this, then I took off.
So he was right at your door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was he able to open your door?
I don't know. I don't remember that part.
Okay.
I don't know.
So what?
But at one point, I don't know if it was that point. I'm just like, I hope the cameras are on. Like I yelled at him. I hope the cameras are on. But I don't know if they were not. I hope they were.
Okay. Was your window down or up at that point?
Oh, up.
Okay.
Woman, you know you turned them cameras off so that they wouldn't know when you did this crap.
Did he hit the window or anything when you were?
Mm-hmm.
So when he gets around the front, you put it in drive and you're.
Right, when he got over to my side of the door.
You're
because I didn't, it was so dark out, I couldn't figure out where the lock was, but even if I would have locked it, he probably would have punched the window. So it's probably a good thing that I did lock it, but either way.
So did he reach for the handle?
I'm so confused because she said he left the passenger door, went around the front of the vehicle because he was running away from her. Well, even if he was at the driver door and she backed up, it would be on the front driver's side of the vehicle. He wasn't in the back of the vehicle, she didn't say. So, how is she backing up, even if she hit him with the front driver's side? How would he have gone all the way into the snow from the driveway to where she couldn't see him going into the house?
Do you recall?
I don't. It was A, it was dark. B, it was so fast. C, all I wanted to do was just get away so that everybody was going to be fine.
Okay. So you pull away from where the truck was parked. He was standing there. What did he do as you were pulling away?
I have no idea.
You know, okay.
I have no idea. What I'm assuming is he ran after me.
Okay. Why are you assuming that?
Well, because of where he was.
Okay, I got you. But you didn't notice him there or anything like that?
Oh my God, no.
Well, no, you didn't notice him running after you.
No, but I like literally,
So,
there was a car that passed the driveway, so I was like, oh God, when I was trying to get out, because the car's probably looking at me like, what the hell?
W or?
It was right off of W. It's a subdevelopment off of W.
Okay. And that's on the left side going back into Holman. So is there after the big S turn, that subdivision, are you thinking?
I think it was.
Or is it a long straightaway
I think it was
before they kind of come up that little gradual hill and there's a little subdivision?
well, because of where he was.
Okay, I got you. But you didn't notice him there or anything like that?
Oh my God, no.
Well, no, you didn't notice him running after you.
No, but I like literally,
So.
there was a car that passed the driveway, so I was like, oh God, when I was trying to get out, because the car's probably looking at me like, what the hell?
I don't know why it keeps doing this.
W or?
Something
It was
with
right
the
off
court
of W. It's a
people.
subdevelopment off of W.
Okay. And that's on the left side going back into Holman. So is there after the big S turn, that subdivision, are you thinking?
I think it was.
Or is it a long straightaway
I think it was
before they kind of come up that little gradual hill and there's a little subdivision? I guess it's not little.
It wasn't, it's new, all I can say is it's newer because, it's newer because there were newer homes and there wasn't very many of them that I recall.
So that was off to the left.
Off to the left.
And that's when truck pulls into the driveway, you're kind of like startled because what are the odds? And then you start making phone calls to, or did you drive to Comfort Inn?
No, I went online and I went to hotels near me, and Comfort Inn said that they had a room available. So I just went there. I didn't book it online, and I got there. I was behind some other guy, some couple, because she was coming from the bathroom or something.
That's all by Woodman's.
Mm-mm.
Well, where's?
No, that's over by Festival Foods. I didn't even realize it was there.
Oh, yeah,
By
okay, over.
Ocean
yeah.
Sushi. No,
yeah.
not Ocean. That's
Okay.
Winona, whatever that place is.
Yeah,
That place is so good.
so that's we went to that one, and they didn't have a room.
Mhm.
You went,
So then I sat in their parking lot and I went online to find a place, and then I found a place and I booked the room. And when I got there, he said, no, we don't have any vacancy. And I said, no, I have this text message right here. And he's like, no, you booked a room for Saturday night. And I went, oh my God. And he goes, I said, do you want your cancellation number? And I said, yes. And I put it right in the text so that I wasn't going to get charged for the room. And I didn't stay at.
that was the payment by Woodman's,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Yep. So then you went to Woodman's.
And right when you walk in the door, there's a restroom. I had no idea. I was like, yes.
So you went in the big front doors.
Mm-hmm.
Or the big front doors. And then you went back out to your truck, and
Yeah, and then I think that Hannah kept texting me, so I texted her back. And then finally, then it said, this is Adam now, because then Adam took her phone. He's like, this is Adam. I don't remember what he said, like, come back to Winona or something like that. I don't even know what he said. But I remember him saying, I remember us reading, this is Adam now.
okay. And that was on your phone you had now.
My
not-
phone,
okay.
the phone that you guys have.
Okay. All right. So you decided to just sit in the parking lot, kind of around the backside of Woodman's?
Right where I walked in. Right where I walked in, I was
at
parked
Woodman's.
there.
Okay, and that's where you stayed?
She had both phones. He wanted to make a phone call. So she gives him her phone instead of his phone. What man is going to take her phone instead of his own phone when they're both right there together?
No, that's when I was on my phone with
Yeah.
Hannah and
So
Deb.
then
After that, I said, you guys, I'm fine. I'm just going to stay in the truck. And then I went back over to that one spot because I noticed it when I was coming out. I was like, oh, I could just park there, but I'm like,
so if you're coming out of where you were parked out of the main entrance, you're gonna come out. The little gas station of Woodman's is right here. You're gonna turn left to go by Arby's, and it's just right on that corner, right there. Okay.
right across from the hotel.
Okay. And you slept there for.
Well, I don't even know that I slept, but I was there
You were
a
there.
couple hours probably. And then maybe I did because I woke up and my feet were freezing. So I was like, okay, it's freezing cold in here. But then when I turned the car on to turn the heat on, all the lights are super bright and I couldn't figure out how to turn them off. So then I didn't want to be sitting there with my car started and then have somebody come up. And so then I'm just like, this is stupid. And I just went home.
At some point, I think you told one that you turned the cameras off because you didn't want to wake up Mark on the way
I did
home.
do that.
Okay.
I did that when I was actually driving, which was not a smart idea at all. I mean, it's easy
And that was
to.
after you had kind of, you had stayed at the lot and didn't really sleep, but kind of slept there on your way back home. That's when you hit the disable the cameras.
Correct.
Okay. And you pulled into the driveway, looked like you used the first driveway.
Mm-hmm. I sure did.
But where you got home last night, this morning, was right where the truck is
Yep,
now.
I never touched it.
That's right, okay. So then you went in and slept on the couch
Well, I went to the couch and that wasn't comfortable at all.
before you go there. So you walked in and you saw his shoes?
No, well, I walked in and our back door was unlocked because he told me, he's like, you're going to leave and I'm going to change the locks, is what he said, because he's notorious for that. And I'm like, whatever. So when I got home, I didn't expect to actually be able to get in. I would have just left the truck running at home and stayed in there until Mark woke up, is what I was thinking. But when I went to get my key out or whatever, it was open. The door was unlocked. I'm like, that's weird. And the dining room light was on. So I'm like, why is the dining room light on? So I turned that off, and then I just went and laid on the couch, just assuming he was sleeping. His shoes are there, dining room lights on. I didn't know why that was there, but they're on.
Okay.
And then I'm like, okay, this isn't even comfortable. Like my back hurt. Like the back seats are like, they do this like thing and they're hard. It was not comfortable at all. So then I'm like, I just want a bed. But I didn't want to go to the bed across the room from us because our door was open. So I didn't want to wake him up. So I snuck upstairs, which I've never slept upstairs before in my life.
She got off the couch and did not go to her own bedroom. She went to a whole nother bedroom. I know, right, Angela? They were together for 3 years. And they were only married for a few months.
I just went up there to sleep so that I could just try and get some sleep. And I probably slept for 2 hours.
You get up. Do you remember what time you got in?
Well, so I got up and I went to the bathroom, and then I went into the room, and then the cameras caught all this, because then when I went outside, when I went to go see if the thing was there, that would tell you what time I got up. Okay. I would say I got up at like 6:30, something like that.
So she turned the camera off before it happened, and she turned the camera back on after. And she lets them know that the cameras are on when she gets back, because you can verify what time she woke up.
On the way home, you disabled the cameras.
So he didn't know that I was coming home.
And at what point did those get back on? Do those automatically go on, or how does that?
I enabled it once I got home, so that there's no movement then.
Okay, all right. So you got him when you turn it back on. You didn't know that.
I don't even know.
I understand your rationale. So you don't want his phone to go buzz like it has been,
right,
to wake him up and saying, "Hey, now I'm home. We're going to start this all over again." Right. So you disable it. You got home, and then you turned them back, enabled them back on.
Right.
Okay. All right. So you get up. You go back upstairs to.
I had to go back upstairs. Well, okay.
And you're kind of like, okay, I'm going to get the apology, or.
So I didn't go back upstairs. I had to go in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
I walked back to our bedroom because I was going to wake him up and wait to hear.
Okay, yeah. When I say upstairs, I'm sorry, I keep thinking the bedroom's upstairs and it's on the main level. So yeah. My correction.
The bedroom I stayed in was upstairs.
Your main bedroom is on the main level there. Okay, now I got you. And you saw that he wasn't there. Did you look around the rest of the house, or what?
Yeah, well, because I'm like, well, where the hell is he? Mm-hmm. I even went to our closet because I thought, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like just trying to find him. I'm like, did he? I don't know. Did he leave? Did he? So my impression that if the true Mark Phillips that I know, that he would have gotten in his car and went and found his buddies and partied the rest of the night.
Did you think he was really intoxicated during the night when you were at the dive, or nothing like really? You can tell when somebody's like what his normal drinking habits is and how he acts when he's that way. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure we've seen him when he's over drank and how he acts. What would you label his?
I don't even know how he got drunk. I don't.
He didn't appear drunk to you?
Well, he wasn't sober, but
he
wasn't over.
He wasn't falling down drunk and swearing.
You could understand
and things like that.
Not at all.
Kind of he had a buzz on, for lack of better terms.
And then, he went by the bartender, who I think was the owner, and he was teasing him, saying he was Johnny Wad, which he isn't, but he kind of looks like him. So they took a picture, and he's like, you got to get a bottle of Polish. And I said, let me take your picture, you guys. So I took their picture, and we posted it, and we tagged Wad in it. But then he ended up doing a shot at Polish, which when Mark does shots, that's bad, and he can't do it for his diabetes also, because there's so much sugar in it. So when he did a shot, when the guy put it down, he looked at me, he's like, I'm not going to do it or whatever. And then he just drank it, and I was like, what the hell? And then I'm like, oh, God, here we go again, because this is going to get ugly again. Shots are not good.
Okay. So back, you're looking for him in the house. Mm-hmm. You don't find him. You go where?
To the garage. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go see. He must have taken off last night.
Okay. And that's to.
he told me when he was taking his stuff out that he was going to go to HD. So I assumed, because he's like, and you know what? I'm going to use these 2 bar chips that I have tonight. I'm like, you go ahead, Mark.
HD.
Tavern.
Where's that?
HD Tavern, it's a new tavern. It's on Home and Drive. That's why it's HD. It's right across from the old festival.
Really? I can't picture where it would be. Anyway, doesn't make any difference. So you go outside, check the car. The car's there.
I didn't even get to the garage. I mean, I got like 1 step from the handle.
Okay.
And I don't even know why, but I happened to look. Oh, I think I just caught something because it just looked like a big black mob or blob, excuse me. And then I was like, I just couldn't even believe it. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. Oh my God, it was awful. It was awful.
What did you do then?
I ran to him first, I'm sure. And then I ran and got my phone upstairs. I had to go all the way upstairs to get my phone, and then I brought it back downstairs and I called. And then I just kept it down there, and I had to talk to her until they showed up.
Okay. Do you recall what you said to 911, or how you described what was going on?
I said that I found my husband in the snowbank, and she wanted to know if I wanted to do like CPR or something like that. And she kept telling me I had to roll him over onto his back, and he was like stuck to the ground and stuff. And it's just so gross. Like it's so bad. Ugh. I couldn't do it. So I tried to like push him over. And his hand was like this, so I opened his hand because I didn't know like if he was hanging on to something or what he was doing. There was nothing in his hand. But I tried to push him over, and I didn't get him over. And I said, she said, "You want to do?" And I said, "No, I can see if the fingers were like blue."
And I don't want to go into it. When you tried to roll over, do you kind of feel like he was like stuck to the ground or frozen to the ground?
But it wasn't like rigor mortis or anything. It wasn't like that.
Okay.
But it was just like his clothes were kind of stuck there or whatever.
Okay. Notice anything else about him? I know I'm bringing in some really, if you're not comfortable going into some detail of what you saw when you were looking at him, I don't want you to go there. But is there anything else that you noticed around him that was unusual or anything that?
No, he just had like his hand here and like one ear or whatever. And he was like on the side like this. I don't know. I mean, like there was snow on his eyes, his lips and stuff. And so I knew immediately. My worst fear is that he chased me down the driveway and slipped and fell. And then I just left him there and I didn't even know he was there. Because otherwise I would have just come back and then I pulled in the driveway today and I didn't even see him. I had no idea he was there. And that would have helped. Well, maybe it was like 2 o'clock. It could have helped. I don't know. Oh my God, I just can't believe he was out there. Like,
You didn't, when you were pulling away, you didn't see him?
No. I didn't, like, at that time, I just had to get the hell out of there. I didn't see him. I didn't know what he was doing.
Just the door wasn't, your door, the driver's door wasn't open or anything, he wasn't in there?
My door was not open. The passenger side was open. But he was on my side.
He couldn't have got the clothing or anything caught in the door because the door wasn't open?
I do not remember my door being open unless if he got it open last second. I do not, but I know that that's what he was coming for, but I can't remember that. That's why it's so beneficial that we have the cameras.
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna go check to see how they're doing with the time, to help us out with the time frames on your statement that the camera should be able to get the stats. So I just want to double check with that.
Okay.
Do you need to go to the bathroom?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom again.
Okay.
I just feel so bad that Kimmy's having to deal with all this stuff.
Yeah, she wants to be there for you, so that's. They're still working on that camera system. I don't know what they got working on it. Is there anything that I didn't ask you? pertinent or you need to tell me that I didn't, I always ask people that because I ask a lot of questions and sometimes I skip over some obvious things that might be obvious to you is not obvious to me. So is there anything that you think that I didn't ask you that you need to fill in a blank or anything that I know your mind's spinning. I understand that it's gonna be.
Yes. No.
Okay. All right. Let me. I really want to. I want to try to be able to help you put together your time frame a little bit better, or at least put times to it. Not, I mean, your statement's well written and everything, but I think if we could add some times and when things may have happened, and the phone
Can
might.
they give us the phone just to use until?
The phone might help us do that.
Right.
They're working on that aspect of it. I don't know where they are, but we can. The camera system will probably help so that
For
we
sure.
can figure. Yeah, that'll give us details that we can backtrack on.
Right.
And so let me just do some more checking.
I just hope the cameras are on. I mean, I don't know if they were or not. I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm assuming they were if I had to turn the cameras off to come home.
Yeah, and that's something that sounds like Mark typically would have done. Lock the door. You say he locks the door and
We double lock the door.
double
all
lock
the
the
time.
door and turn the cameras on when you're not there. I think that's
Well,
something
when
that's
he's in the cities, I have the cameras on all the time.
Sure.
Because it just makes me feel safe.
Absolutely. That's what they're there for.
Right. So when he's home, we just don't have them on that often. We turn them off. Unless if we go somewhere. So if we went somewhere, then more than likely we should have turned it on. I thought I saw hair go flying.
And when he's home, would he be the one that would probably turn that on or turn it off? Or
We both do.
We both do.
Yeah, it's a one little button, so it's so
It's
simple.
pretty simple camera.
Right off of our cameras or our phone.
And so there's a camera when we're standing on the first driveway, and you're looking at the house. There's a camera that sits there. The man cave. Is there one that's there?
It's on the house facing the truck.
Facing where the truck was. So right on like the door that I walked into your house with, there's a camera that's facing.
It's on the house, not on the little porch, but it's on the house.
On the side of the
so
house.
You can see the man cave and the garage.
Okay.
And then the last one we put by the hot tub so that we can see if anybody ever tries to go into the barn.
And I didn't see the hot tub. The hot tub's on the back side of the man
By
cave.
the pool.
Okay, I didn't get down that far that there's a pool. So that's on the back side of where that is. Okay. And then
So when you look at, you can see, it shows you the 3 cameras. So if you look at the phone, it will show you all 3 cameras. You can go live,
So
you can go.
First driveway, back door facing the man shed, and then over the top of the hot tub pool area.
Looking at the barn. Oh my God, I couldn't even say the word
Okay.
barn.
So it'd be kind of angled. Okay, I understand that. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go check to see if they have any luck on that, and then I'll be right back. All right. Trying to think if there's anything. My mind starts when I start asking questions. Sometimes I just want to make sure there's nothing that I didn't ask you that is pertinent. I'll be right back. You good? You need anything? Okay.
Okay, the rest of the video is him gone from the chair and then him on the stand. So thank you so much for watching with me. Let me know if you want to see this trial. I'm pretty sure they don't because not very many people stayed in here for it. So I guess people aren't interested in it. So it's okay. Leaves my days open. So yeah, why in the world would you have? I know. Because she's guilty. She just turned the camera off only for this incident. And then boom, she turns him back on. Like, that shows guilt right there. I don't know. Surely sounds funny to me. But I have to babysit one more night. I'm alive from last night. I have one more night. Her babysitter went out of town for 2 days, so she didn't have anybody to watch her kids. So I told her I would for her to help her out. She's a single mom, you know. So I have one more night, 7 p.m. to 4 a.m., 5 a.m. All right, you guys, have a good night. I will try to have a good night. I will have a good night. See you later.